Other questions for Les? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate your presentation. Mr. City Attorney, the reference in the packet is to the Idaho Code and and quotation remarks around expedient for the public good. Would you please define that for the council so as they're listening to testimony during the public hearing, they may know what criteria to be listening for?
Yeah, expedient for the public good is, Les, I think, said it best in common parlance, and that is that there's a public benefit to it. In this case, the council weighs the utility of retaining the right-of-way as it is versus the utility of giving it back. There are reasons either way for doing so. Since it was dedicated to the city for use as a public right-of-way, as Les just indicated, they might not, the Public Works Department may not recommend that it's paved even. The curb line may follow the amended curb line that he has up there right now. That happens in, if you go up in the Fort Russell neighborhood, the very wide rights-of-way that only have a street in it, and there are extensive rights-of-way extending into people's front yards. So expedient for the public good is just essentially, do you feel that it is in the public's interest in returning that property to the property owner, or if you feel it's expedient or it's in the public benefit to retain it. That's about the best definition I can give you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the way we'll conduct the public hearing tonight is to first invite testimony in support of the proposed vacation of right-of-way, and then testimony in opposition or general testimony, an opportunity for rebuttal from those who are requesting that vacation. We always ask people to identify themselves by name, spell that if necessary, and address, please, for our record. Always try to be brief and try not to repeat what's been said before you. Please come forward, and I'll open the public hearing and first invite testimony from those requesting the vacation.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for your time this evening. We decided to continue to pursue this vacation request.
And please identify yourself by name and address. Garrett, thank you.
Garrett Thompson, 1024 Pinecrest Road, here in Moscow.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time this evening. We decided to continue to pursue this vacation request because we felt that the additional street area was not necessary. We would much rather see more yards than pavement. The reduction of the impervious surface means less maintenance for the city and more yards for the neighbors. That's pretty much all I have to say, and if you have any questions, I will do my best at trying to answer them.
Council members? Walter?
Mr. Thompson, the original bulb out was at your company's proposal, is that correct?
It was drawn by Jack Hammond. At the time, I think there was a little bit of a mix-up of it being required versus not being required on our part.
So as the developer, you can't, if I may, as the developer, you can't really give a specific reason why it's there in the first place.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other testimony in support of the proposed vacation? Is there testimony in opposition or general testimony? Seeing no one else come forward, I'll close this public hearing and open up to the council for its discussion. How would you like to proceed? Walter.
A question for Les, if I may. Les, in our packet, there is I believe, a copy of a portion of the preliminary plat. And in addition to the 50-foot right-of-way that you spoke of and the 28-foot street section that you spoke of, which is indicated on it, there are some dashed lines outside of the 50-foot right-of-way. You see what I'm talking about? What is that?
please.
Madam Mayor, those are the easements that would be to either side of the platted right-of-way. And when I mentioned earlier that the sidewalks would extend into easements outside of the right-of-way in this section, they would be in those easements, along with any other franchise utilities that would need to be constructed outside the edge of the right-of-way.
Okay, thank you.
Other discussion, or, yes, Tom,
I'd be happy to make a motion.
please.
That we approve the vacation request and the proposed ordinance under suspension of the rules requiring 3 complete and separate readings, and that the ordinance be read by title and published by summary.
Okay, I hear a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, we have Tom's motion and Dan's second. Any further discussion before voting? Okay.
I was just going to say, as long as it's fine with Public Works and there wasn't, it may have been originally way back when that this might have been platted, or before it was even platted or suggested to be a cul-de-sac. I was thinking at one time, way back when.
That might have
I
been.
remember something like that. But if, as long as that land is not needed for a lift station for public facilities, and it's got Les's blessing, then it's fine with me.
Okay. Other discussion? Dan?
I just want to know what Aponi is.
You never asked for one for Christmas, huh?
No, never
No?
asked for
Okay.
it. Not spelled that way anyway.
Ralph Aponi, or Fred Aponi.
Tom knows the answer.
Do we need to, no, I don't have
We-
the
we
answer.
need
I
to
have the
vote.
same
You
question.
need to vote first. Dan, we'll start the roll call vote with you.
Aye.
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 That motion carries. And so that is ordinance number 2013-12, an ordinance of the City of Moscow, a municipal corporation of the State of Idaho, providing for the vacation of a public right-of-way located within the City of Moscow and legally described in Section 1 of this ordinance, providing the title to said vacated right-of-way shall vest with the owners of the property as specified in Section 3 of this ordinance, providing that this ordinance shall be in full force and effect from and after passage, approval, and publication according to law. Somebody broke into my rhythm on that one. Somebody else must have written that title, but anyway. And do we need a, Mr. City
Reason
Attorney?
statement.
Do we need a reason statement or justification
No,
for
ma'am.
that vacation? All right, thank you very much.